Hello and welcome to your practice. This practice is called Yoga to Cultivate Joy. So when things are kind of uncertain, unsteady, sometimes not so happy around the house, around the town, around the world, around the country, we need to cultivate joy. We have to be happy within, no matter what's going on the outside. So I've got a great practice for you today, a lot of poses to open the heart, to direct the body's energy, and I have a wonderful reading for you. It says, oftentimes when the world feels chaotic, we begin to feel as if it is somehow inappropriate to have joy. Have your joy. Joy is a form of radical self-care. Joy energizes us to take on even the most difficult circumstances. When we have joy, especially in the midst of challenging times, we are saying to the world, I will define the current state of the world around me instead of allowing it to define me. Today, regardless of what is happening, empower yourself by embracing your joy. So we're going to start seated. Sit comfortably. I like to sit on a yoga block, but maybe you sit on a folded blanket or a cushion. Maybe you sit in a chair. The main thing is you want to be able to sit nice and tall and be able to breathe well. So if we sit slumped over, our lungs cannot take in as big of breaths. So the tailbone's going to move back slightly, heart lifts slightly. And just start to feel the breath. You're going to bring one hand to the heart and one hand to the belly. And either gazing down at the floor or closing the eyes, I want you to just breathe into the hands. So feel the hands move. We inhale and we feel the chest expand, the belly expand, and we exhale and we feel the chest relax and the belly relaxes. So just a few nice slow breaths into the hands, expanding the chest, expanding the rib cage, expanding the belly on our inhale, and relaxing everything on the exhale. After your next exhale, let's bring the hands down and we're going to take a mudra. So mudras are gestures with the hands. We place the fingers and the hands in different positions. And these mudras direct our body's energy. So this one is called Abhaya Hridaya Mudra. It translates to fearless heart mudra. And it's a great mudra to take when things are challenging, circumstances are a little difficult. It's a great mudra to open the heart, to cultivate joy, to tap into happiness, and to direct that energy, the body of the energy, from negative, from sad, from depressed, into joy, compassion, love, happiness. How do these mudras work? I don't know. They just work. They've been around for thousands of years, and we have to thank the great sages and the great yogis of the past for them. So this one's called Abhaya Hridaya Mudra. So we're going to bring the palms together, and then we're going to take the right wrist near the chest, and the left wrist is facing out. Backs of the hands come together. Take your right index finger and wrap it around the left index finger. Take your left middle finger, wrap it around your left middle finger. The pinkies don't do anything. They stay out. And then you're going to take your right pinky finger and wrap it around your left pinky finger. So now those ring fingers that are left free, they are going to touch the tips of the thumbs. So it looks kind of all turned around and connected. And then we're going to take those hands and we're going to bring them right in front of the heart center. So same thing as earlier, we're going to breathe into the heart, breathe into the belly. You're either looking down at the floor or closing the eyes, whatever you're comfortable with. And we're going to take some nice slow breaths here. So breathe into the chest and the belly, feel them expand with the inhale, and then feel the chest and belly relax with the exhale. So just a few nice slow breaths here. I'll stop talking for a few breaths so you can just tune into this mudra, this hand gesture, Abhaya Hridaya Mudra. And then we're going to gently start to let go of those fingers, wiggle the fingers, shake out the hands a bit, and we're going to come onto hands and knees. So coming onto hands and knees, if you need any extra padding under the knees, go ahead and grab that. We want our wrists under our shoulders, knees under our hips. So we're in this table pose. Index fingers are parallel to each other. Your fingers are spread. We're going to take our cat-cow breath. So exhale, round the spine up, tuck the chin, pull your belly up. And then inhale, tilt the hips, arch the back. Let the belly stretch, slide the shoulders down the back. The neck is long. So a few of these at your own pace. Exhale, rounding, pull your belly up. Inhale, arching, let the belly stretch. So letting the spine move in these two opposite directions. We're working shoulders, working hips, and we're working the front and the back of the heart center. So nice slow inhales, nice slow exhales. Good. Come to neutral. We're going to lower all the way down onto our belly. So coming down onto your belly, and we're going to work on a half bow pose on our belly. So let's take the left palm, place it on the floor, and rest your forehead on the back of the left hand. You're going to bend your right knee and reach back with the right hand. See if you can find the right toes, right ankle. And if you can't find it, you just keep the knee bent and you keep the right hand stretching back. So you're still getting an opening to that right shoulder. You're still getting a stretch of the right hip, right thigh. Couple breaths here. Good. And then we're going to let go of that right foot. Bring the right hand forward, right palm down, and you're going to rest your forehead on the back of the right hand. We'll bend the left knee, reach back with the left hand, and see if you can find toes, ankle, pant leg. Just a couple breaths here. If you can't reach, and one side might be different than the other, if you can't touch, then you just keep the knee bent and the hand reaching back. You're still going to get the just perfect amount of stretch. Couple breaths here. Breathe into the left shoulder. Breathe into the left hip and the left thigh. Good. And then release that. We're going to do that one more time on each side. So the left palm comes down in front of you. Rest your forehead on the back of the left hand. We're going to bend the right knee. Reach back with the right hand. So same thing. If you can't reach, you just keep the right hand moving back and that right knee bending. If you can reach, then we're going to work the front of the shoulder a little differently. So take the right arm, right hand on the inside, the arch side of the foot. Your thumb will be on the bottom of the foot, the arch, and your right palm is on the inside of the right arch. And then we're just going to hold there. And what that does is it opens up that right shoulder a little bit more, a little bit differently. Couple breaths. And then we're going to release that back down, switch sides. So the right palm comes down. You're going to rest your forehead on the back of the right hand. Bend your left knee, and you just keep reaching back. Or you hold the toes, or if you can take that left palm on the inside of the left arch. So your thumb will be on the bottom of the foot, and the palm is on the inside of the left arch. And we hold there and breathe, so it's opening up that left shoulder just a little bit more, just a little further. Big breaths. And then release down. Make your way back up to hands and knees table. We're going to take 3 cat breaths. So we're going to exhale and round. Inhale and arch. Good. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Just loosening up the back and the shoulders and the hips. One more. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Shift back into child's pose. Just a couple breaths. Stack your hands on top of each other. Let your forehead rest on those stacked hands. A couple breaths into the low back, into the ribs, into the shoulders. Good. From child's pose, I am losing my microphone. From child's pose, stretch the hands as far forward as they'll go, elbows up off the mat. Come up into your hands and knees table. Walk the knees a little closer together. Fingers spread nice and wide. Curl the toes under. Inhale with your exhale. We're going to lift up, shift back. So the head is right in between the arms. We're going to walk it out a little bit. So one heel lowers, the other heel lowers, stretching the backs of the legs. Keep the belly pulling in and up. Keep the hands pressing evenly into the floor and lift the shoulders up away from the mat. Lift the shoulders up away from the ears. The neck is long. Good. Come to neutral. Drop down to knees. Shift back into child's pose. Just a couple of breaths. Breathe into that low back, into the rib cage, into the shoulders. Good. Make your way back up to a high kneeling pose. So we're going to go into camel pose. For camel pose, we want our hips stacked right over the knees. So hips stacked right over the knees. We're going to curl the toes under behind us. Now imagine that you have pockets on the back of the pants, and we're going to bring the palms as if we're sticking those fingertips down into the pockets. Toes are curled under. Bring the elbows together. So squeeze elbows together. Push the hips a little forward, and then take the hands and slide the low back down. So we're keeping length in the low back, and lift the chin just a little bit. So elbows squeeze together, shoulder blades squeeze together. Good. Keep the left hand where it is. Bring the right arm down by your side, and lift the right arm up and back a little bit, and the right palm is going to face the ceiling. So keep breathing, keep lifting, keep lengthening. Now bring the right hand down. Those fingertips go back into that imaginary pocket. The left arm comes down by your side. We're going to lift the left arm up and bring it back a little so that the left palm faces the ceiling. Good. Keep the belly scooping in and up. Keep that low back tucking a little bit. Big breaths. And then exhale, bring the left hand down and put those left fingertips in that imaginary pocket again. Pull the elbows together, squeeze the shoulder blades, slide the hands down the back a little bit to lengthen the low back. So we don't want to compress the low back. The hips press forward slightly. Good. And then come back up to center. Uncurl the toes, shift back into child's pose. Just a couple of breaths. Stack the hands, rest your forehead on stacked hands, wobble hips and shoulders a little side to side. Just kind of stretching out the low back and the shoulders. Wonderful. Come to center. Come back up into hands and knees table. We're going to make our way up to standing. So curl the toes under. Start to walk the hands back until you're balancing on toes and fingertips. You're in this squat pose. We're going to come out of squat pose, so we're going to lift the heels up, lift the hips up and the heels lower down. Widen your feet a little wider than the hips. Bring hands up to above the knees. Lift the chest into a halfway lift. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Pull your belly button up towards the spine. Keep that bend in the knees. With strong legs and a long spine, we're going to hinge up from the hips. Come up all the way to standing. Adjust the clothes. Separate the feet a little wider than the hips. We're going to take a few little side swings. So let the opposite heel lift, arms floppy, shoulders relax, belly pulls in and up. Good. Let that slow down. From here, we're going to come into warrior two pose. So take a wide leg stance on your mat. Feet are 3 to 3.5 feet apart. Right toes turn out to the right. Left heel shifts back. Line up, right heel, left arch, and our hips and shoulders face the long edge of the mat. Bend your right knee. Right knee stacks over right heel. Right knee opens out towards the right pinky toe. Shoulders stack right over the hips, so don't lean to the right. Shoulders stack right over the hips. Inhale, arms to shoulder level. Exhale, relax shoulders. Pull your belly. Turn and look over the right fingertips. So open the heart, open the chest. Good. Taking on this pose of courage, this pose of strength. Feel the weight even on both feet. Feel the energy even in both legs. Keep the belly scooping in and up. Good. Exhale, lower the arms, straighten the right knee, parallel your feet. We're going to switch sides. So left toes turn to the left, right heel shifts back. We want to line up left heel, right arch. Still facing the long edge of the mat with the hips and shoulders. We'll bend the left knee stacks over the left heel. Shoulders stack over the hips. Inhale, arms to shoulder level. Exhale, relax the shoulders. Pull the belly in and up. Turn and look over left fingertips. Keep that left knee opening out towards the left pinky toe a little bit. Weight even on the feet. Weight even on the legs. Open the heart, open the chest as you reach the arms apart. So this courageous, strong, powerful pose to cultivate our joy, to cultivate whatever we want in our life. Let's exhale and lower the arms, straighten the left knee, parallel the feet. We'll step the feet together. Let's take a sun breath. With the feet parallel, inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands down. We'll bring one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly, and we'll take those breaths into the hands. So we inhale, we feel the chest and belly expand. Exhale, we feel the chest and the belly relax. So just a couple more breaths into the hands. Full big body breaths. Good. And then we're going to bring the arms down. Shake out arms, shake out legs. We're going to do a dancer pose, a prep for dancer pose. So if you need a chair for balance or a wall, maybe go get next to a wall or bring a chair next to you. We're going to bring the weight even onto both feet. We'll start with hands on the hips. And then shift the weight into the left foot and lift the right heel. We're going to bend that right knee and bring the right foot back behind and see if you can find the foot, the ankle, the toes. And if you can't, you just keep the knee bent and the hand reaching back. You're still getting the opening to the front of the right shoulder and to this right hip and thigh. The left hand will come up overhead. So we're lengthening the front of the body. Find your balance, focus on a spot. The right knee is pointing towards the ground. So don't let that right knee move forward. We kind of want to let it to move back so that the right front of the right hip opens, the right thigh gets a nice stretch. And then we'll bring left hand down, right foot down, shake it out. We're going to do the other side. So weight even on both feet, hands on the hips. Focus on your spot. Shift the weight into the right foot. Lift your left heel. And then get your balance. You can always keep right hand on a chair or right hand on the wall. We're going to lift that left foot. Reach back with the left hand. See if you can find the toes, ankle. And if you can't, you just keep the knee bent. Even if it's way down, even if that left foot's way down, you just keep the knee bent and you keep that left hand reaching back. Left knee pointing towards the floor to kind of open up that left hip. And then inhale, the right hand can come up, stretching the whole front of the body. Belly scoops in and up. Find your balance. Focus on that spot, some spot that's not moving. Good. Bring the right hand down, left foot down, shake it out. So that was kind of a prep for our dancer pose. We're going to go into a more of a full dancer. And like we did on our belly, we're going to try to bring the palm side of the hand to the arch of the foot, and the thumb will be on the bottom of the foot. Okay, so we're going to start with the weight even on both feet again. Hands on the hips. Focus on a spot. Shift the weight into the left foot. Lift your right heel and bring that right foot back. So if you can, you're going to bring the palm to the inside of the right foot and your thumb is on the bottom of the foot. That's going to help to open this right shoulder a little bit more. Inhale, we're going to lift the left hand up. Good. Now start to lean forward. Try to keep your hips pretty level. As you lean forward, try to kick that right foot back behind you. So you're holding the foot with the hand, but you're trying to kick that right foot away from you. Good. Balance and breathe and lengthen. Bring everything back to center. Foot comes down, left hand comes down, shake it out. Good. Let's try the other side. So weight even on both feet, hands on the hips. Shift your weight into your right foot. Find a spot to focus on. Lift your left heel. Going to bring that left foot back, reach the left hand back. So you can stay right here. Then they don't even have to be touching. Have your left palm facing out to the left. If possible, grab that left foot. So the left palm is touching the inside arch of the left foot, and your left thumb is on the bottom of the foot. We'll lift the right hand up. So lengthen, and when you're ready, nice and slow, start to hinge forward from that hip, like a scale seeking balance. And then that left foot will kick back behind you. As you hold it with the left hand, you move that left foot away, trying to keep the hips pretty level. Big breaths. And then nice and slow, come back up. Left foot comes down, right hand comes down. Woo! A lot of focus, a lot of balance, but it's really opening for the whole body. So separate the feet a little wider than the hips. We're going to take a few of those little side swings. Come up to the toes on that opposite foot, arms floppy, shoulders relaxed. So this little pose in and of itself reduces blood pressure. It helps the body to relax. So when we're more relaxed, we can cultivate that joy. We can find a little bit more happiness when we're not tense and stressed. Good, good. The next thing we're going to do is called the breath of joy. So the breath of joy has a breathing part and an arm and leg part. So the breathing part is going to be 3 inhales and then an exhale. So it's and you exhale through an open mouth. 3 inhales through the nose, exhale through an open mouth. Okay? That breathing is going to match your arms and legs movement. So the arms are, we bring our hands forward, we bring our arms out to the side, we bring our arms straight up, and then we bend the knees and we go ha through the mouth. So it's an inhale, an inhale, an inhale, and an exhale through an open mouth. Okay? So we're going to do that a few times, maybe 10 times. And then after that 10th time, we'll just stand and we'll breathe. We'll stand still, and you'll feel a lot of energy moving in the body. And it's called breath of joy because it just gets the energy moving. It gets you out of a funk. It gets you out of a sad day, a depression. So, I mean, this is a standalone thing you could do just when you need a little energy and a little happiness and a little joy. Okay? So remember, it's 3 inhales and then that exhale through an open mouth. So the feet about hip width apart. Okay? Legs are strong. Belly pulls in and up. We're going to inhale, 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 exhale. Inhale, 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 exhale. Forward, side, up, exhale. Forward, side, up, exhale. Forward, side, up, exhale. 5 more. Last one. Now just stand up. Palms are forward. Weights even on the feet. Pull the belly in and up. And just feel the breath. Feel the energy. Gaze down or let the eyes close. Good. Shake it out. We're going to come down to hands and knees table. So coming down to your hands and knees table. Wrists under the shoulders. Knees under the hips. Good. Fingers are spread nice and wide. We're going to do a table twist. So keep that left hand down where it is. And inhale the right arm out to the right. Reach. Spread those right fingers. Turn the chest to the right. So we're opening right shoulder, right side of the chest. Big breaths into the low belly. Hold the twist. Hold. Keep breathing. And then exhale, bring the right hand down. Good. Inhale, left arm. We're going to reach it out to the left. Spread the left fingers. Good. Reach left. Keep breathing. We're opening the left side of the shoulder, left side of the chest. Keep breathing. Keep reaching. Keep twisting. Good. And then exhale, bring that left hand down. Take a little free-form movement. So you can round and arch. You can shift the hips forward and back or side to side. Any kind of little movement that might feel good to the body. Good. Come to neutral. And then we're going to sit back on the heels, swing the feet around. We're going to go into a modified fish pose, and we're going to use breath to bring movement to the modified fish pose. So you're going to stretch the legs out in front of you, and then lean back onto the elbows. So we're going to bring the legs together, feet together. Toes are pointing up towards the ceiling. You've got your elbows kind of walking in towards each other, and your shoulders are stacked pretty much over the elbows. Palms are flat on the floor. So you're going to press your hips down, press your elbows down. Inhale and lift the heart, lift the chest, squeeze shoulder blades together. And then exhale, tuck the chin, pull the belly button down. So we're going to inhale and lift, and exhale and tuck. 3 more. Inhale, lift, arch the back. Exhale, round the back. Inhale, lift, arch the back, squeeze shoulder blades together. Exhale and round. Tuck the chin, pull your belly button down towards the floor. Last one. Inhale and lift, squeeze shoulder blades together, and then exhale and tuck. Good job. We're going to come all the way down onto our back. Once you're on your back, center yourself on the mat. Hug the knees into the chest, and we're going to roll side to side. Shoulders and hips roll. So just kind of rolling out, ironing out that back body. Good. Bring the knees to center. Use your abdominals. Don't let the back arch. We're going to bring the feet down to the mat. Let's go into constructive rest for the lower body. So the feet walk down towards the bottom of the mat a little. Feet go a little wide, and we let the knees rest in on each other. So get that just right placement of your feet. They can be further away, closer, further, wider, or more narrow. And then the arms are at your side, palms up. So we're wanting the whole front of the body, the chest to open up. Tuck the shoulder blades under just a little bit to open the heart, open the chest. Tuck the chin slightly to get length in the back of the neck. And we're just going to take a few nice breaths here. So this constructive rest for the lower body with the feet a little wide and the knees falling in onto each other helps that low back to open up, the sacrum, the SI joint. And the palms up, arms at your side helps the heart, helps the chest open. Inhale, feel the belly rise. Exhale, feel the belly fall. And then we're going to let the knees move apart one at a time. Stretch the legs out. So get the weight even on both legs, both hips, both feet. Bring one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. Take a few nice breaths here. So we inhale, the chest expands, belly expands, and then exhale, the belly falls, chest falls. So we just take some nice, slow, big breaths into the hands. Feel the body expand on the inhale and relax down on the exhale. After your next exhale, bring the arms down by your side. We're going to bend the knees, feet on the floor. And we're going to roll over onto our side, either side. Good. Take a breath or two here on your side, making the transition from your back onto your side. And then use your strong arms and come all the way up to seated. So sit comfortably. You can even sit in a chair if you like. I'm going to sit on a block again. Maybe you've got a blanket or a bolster underneath the hips. So we want that tailbone to scoot back slightly, heart lift slightly. We've got a nice little healthy curve in the low back. Shoulders relax down. We're going to take that Abhaya Hridaya Mudra one more time. So palms come together, and then the right wrist is going to come by your chest, left wrist is away. Backs of the hands come together. You're going to take your right index finger, wrap it around your left index finger. Right middle finger wraps around left middle finger. Ring fingers stay free, and the right pinky wraps around the left pinky. Now the ring finger tip and the thumb tip touch on each hand, and we're going to bring those hands down in front of the heart. Either gazing down or closing the eyes. Keep the spine nice and long, and we're going to take some nice slow breaths into the chest, into the heart, into the belly. Cultivating our joy. Finding courage. These poses that we worked on today, they help us to find the courage. They help us to find our balance. They help us to open the heart, to navigate life when it can be uncertain, when it can be chaotic, when it can be confusing. Let a gentle smile come to the lips. Let the eyes soften. Let the shoulders soften. Let the neck lengthen. Let the heart open. Experience your joy. Let there be joy. No matter what's going on in the world around you, find your comfort, find your joy, find your happiness in the midst of chaos and uncertainty. We can find a sense of peace and joy within. If we get quiet, if we can kind of tune out the outside world. And let's let go of this mudra. So unwind the fingers, kind of wiggle the fingers a bit. Bring the palms together, thumbs at the heart. And this ends our practice today. Namaste. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Share it with someone else if you think they might benefit or they might like it. And check out some of my other videos, Yoga for Peace and Presence. And I have a whole series on yoga for beginners and yoga to feel better. So explore the channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye.